We give love and honor to the Coast Miwok peoples of San Rafael and to all the traditional peoples of the Bay Area whose land we gather on for Bioneers each year. We thank you. We thank your ancestors for allowing us to be here. We come here with good hearts to heal and to learn from each other. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and extend our deepest sympathy to those affected by the recent devastating fires, especially our Pomo families. For all the displaced families and wildlife, our hearts are with yours. Maikwis. My name is Cara Romero, and I am from the Chimwavy Valley Indian Reservation in Southern California. It is in the heart of the Mojave Desert, along the shores of the Colorado River. I am the director of the Bioneers Indigeneity program and the Bioneers Native Youth Leadership program, where I work alongside my esteemed program partner, Alexis Bunton, who is Aleut and Yupik from Alaska. She is a scholar and a writer and a very kind human being. It is an honor to be here with you today sharing our story. Indigeneity is a Native-led program within Bioneers that promotes Indigenous approaches to solving our collective environmental and social issues through respectful cross-cultural dialogue. By fostering a broader understanding of Indigenous perspectives, we are building a network of allies to protect and restore traditional homelands. We do this by bringing people together, making original Indigenous content media, fostering Native youth leadership, and developing learning materials for Native students and lifelong learners at the world-renowned Indigenous Forum held right here each year. Organized by our all-Indigenous program staff and advised by our Native members, board members, and allies, the Bioneers Indigenous Forum has long served as a place for Indigenous community leaders, activists, and intellectuals to convene in a safe intercultural space to foster critical dialogue around environmental threats and social injustices Indigenous peoples experience. Indigenous voices and worldviews have always been critical to Bioneers' mission to share practical solutions. Since 1990, Indigenous visionaries from around the world have shared traditional, ecological, knowledge-based insights here. We have hosted such luminaries as Winona LaDuke, Oren Lyons, John Trudell, and Tom Goldtooth. With their leadership and the many great leaders and elders that have joined us along the way, the Bioneers Indigeneity program has grown into a go-to source to access accurate and contemporary depictions of Indigenous peoples from diverse backgrounds working towards ecological renewal informed by our spirituality. Today, the significant Indigenous presence in the Bioneers community is truly global, representing elders, activists, youth, scholars, healers, and spiritual leaders from hundreds of Indigenous communities worldwide. In 2011, the Native Youth Leadership Program was established to provide Native youth with a safe space to observe, interact with, and learn from Native mentors and each other, empowering them with the confidence and skills to become Native leaders themselves. You see, Native youth of all backgrounds possess the ability to take on leadership roles. However, they also face complex issues of ongoing trauma and barriers to reaching these goals. Over the past 4 years, we have developed a Native Youth Initiative that addresses educational disparities and creates opportunities for Native youth, both urban and rural, to attend and be empowered at the Bioneers Conference and world-renowned Indigenous Forum. We have worked hard to overcome barriers to Native youth inclusion in the Indigenous Forum because it is our shared mandate from our respective Native communities. Overcoming barriers to Native youth inclusion includes empathy, understanding, cultural sensitivity, and compassion to hardships that we understand because we were once Native youth too. So we co-own these hardships. We find resources to problem solve and are at the same time resourceful with what we have. We partner with other Native youth organizations, directors, and chaperones to make this possible. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians have been our champions in supporting the Bioneers Native Youth Leadership Program. We could have never realized this dream without San Manuel's Yawa, the Serrano word for acting on one's beliefs. It is part of their ancient culture to give from the heart. With their ongoing support and belief in our Native youth and us, we have grown the program from an initial group of just 4 kids in 2011. In 2017, this weekend, we are witnessing the largest Native youth contingency to ever participate in the Bioneers Native Youth Leadership Program. As well as the most comprehensive programming by and for Native youth, organized to make the conference a welcoming and safe space. With the dedicated management of our Native team, our partners, and our incredible interns, over 125 Native youth and chaperones are gathered here with us this weekend. And together with our staff, our presenters, our allies, our community, our Indigenous delegation will soar to over 220 attendees representing over 118 tribal nations. At this time, I ask our Indigenous delegation to please stand and be acknowledged. Behind me on the screen, you will see all of our tribal affiliations. I wanted to show you the incredible wealth and diversity of the Indigenous peoples gathered here with you this weekend. I honor each and every one of you, and I thank you for celebrating our indigeneity.